Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss a new chapter, ratio and proportion. Okay, I don't know what is your chapter number in your textbook. You may check. Ratio and proportion is the name of the chapter. Okay, now in your lower classes you studied about the ratio and proportion. Okay, what is ratio? If suppose 1 is to 2, 1 is to 2, we can say it is in the form of a ratio. Okay, this ratio you can write as 1 by 2. Is it? 1 is to 2 you can write as 1 by 2. Then 3 is to 4 is the same as 3 by 4. It is in the form of ratio. Similarly, 7 by 4. Okay, it is same as 7 is to 4. Okay, this is the form of a ratio. Then what do you mean proportion? Proportion means if two ratios are equal, we can say it is in the form of a proportion. That is 1 by 2 and 2 by 4. Okay, you know it is equal. That is 1 is to 2 and 2 is to 4 are equal. Okay, it is a fractional form, it is a ratio form, it is equal. So we can say 1 is to 2 proportion to 2 is to 4. The symbol proportion means 4 dots. See, it is 1 is to 2 proportion 2 is to 4. That is the meaning of ratio and proportion. Ratio means we can, the ratio form we can write it as the fraction form. Similarly, fraction we can write in the form of a ratio. If two ratios are equal, that is in proportion. The symbol is proportion means 4 dot together. 4 dots. That is form of a proportion. Okay, that is this in this chapter we will study based on some properties of proportion and how it will apply on the question. Okay. Yes, next continued proportion. So now discuss what is ratio, what is proportion. Third one, just you write the notes. What is ratio, what is proportion. Then third one, continued proportion. What do you mean continued proportion? That is a new term. I think a new term for you. Continued proportion. That is, here you see 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 is equal to 6 by 12 is equal to etc. Here you see 1 by 2 I multiplied with the 2. Is it? Then it will become 2 by 4. Then it is I multiplied with the 3. Then it will become numerator and denominator with the same number. So 6 by 12. It is a suppose into 4. Okay. It will continue. This type of ratios is known as continued ratios. Then if it is equal, so it is known as continued proportion, which means 1 by 2 is equal to 2 by 4 and 2 by 4 is equal to 6 by 12. Is it? So here you see this both are same. Okay. Then next 6 by 12. 6 by 12 is equal to, here multiply with the 4. Both the 4 multiply with the 4. 20 by 5, 48. Now you see 6 by 12 and this both are same. So in this case we can say it is in a continued proportion. In generally if A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D is equal to D by E, etc. Here you see BB equal CC, DD. Next what will come? E by F will come. Okay. Okay, instead of numbers we selected as the variables are said to be in continued proportion. Okay, A by B and this denominator is same as the numerator of second one and this denominator of second one is same as the numerator of third one. That means continued proportion. Okay, so write in your notebook what is ratio, what do you mean proportion, that is a lower classes portion. Then now continued proportion. If General form. You may write the common form, general form. A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D is equal to etc. is in a proportion. Then we can say it is in the continued proportion. Okay, because of it is equal, continued proportion. Then next we are going to discuss the next one, mean proportion. Important one, mean proportion. Mean proportion means, first upon the definition of a mean proportion. If A, B, C are in continued proportion means, you know, A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D, etc. Okay, continued proportion. Then the middle one, B is the mean proportion, because here B is repeating. And that is mean proportion. That is B square, B into B. B square is equal to A into C, AC. That is B is equal to root of AC. That is a mean proportion. That is, if it is in a continued form, the mainly, listen, A by B is equal to B by C form. Okay. So, if it is in the form of A by B is equal to B by C, it is a continued proportion. If it is in continued proportion, we can say B square is equal to AC. B square is equal to AC means that is mean proportion. B square is equal to cross multiplication. B square is equal to AC, that is a mean proportion. Therefore, B is equal to root of AC. That is another one important definition for it. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss some important properties of proportion. Properties of proportion, very important one, is based on the properties of proportion. They will ask the questions. Okay. Then first one is invertendo. Check the spelling, invertendo. Then the properties of invertendo means, suppose for example, if A by B and C by D are the two ratios, which means A is to B is equal to C is to D also. Both are same. A by B is equal to C by D means we can write it is in the form of B by A and is equal to D by C. Okay. Invertendo. Invertendo means denominator become numerator and numerator become denominator. Similarly, in both sides, LHS and RHS, that is invertendo, very important one. For example, suppose 3x plus 2y divided by 5x plus 9y, suppose, is equal to 7x plus 8y divided by 9x plus 2y. Suppose it is in the form of a ratio given. Okay. Then how we can write it is same as according to the properties of invertendo. We can write it 5x plus 9y divided by 3x plus 2y. Okay. Then same way we will convert the RHS and LHS both. Okay. 9x plus 2y divided by 7x plus 8y. This is example. Understood? Here I am connected with the variables A by B. This is together A. It is A. It is together B. A by B. Then this is together C and this is D. Okay. A by B is equal to C by D is in a proportion or equal. Then same as B by A. B. Okay. Here B is 5x plus 9y. That is in numerator. And A 3x plus 2y, it is in denominator. Okay. So equal, same. Okay. That is the first property, important one. Write in your notebook, invertendo. For one example also you can write. Second one, second property, alternando. Alternando. Okay, alternando. That is the second property. That is, the second property is if A by B is equal to C by D. As usual, A by B is equal to C by D. Then A by C. A by C, that is equal to A by C is equal to B by D. B by D. That is the second property. B by D. Here you see first one. There is no change in the numerator. But second one's numerator become denominator of the first one. Same time that denominator of the first one become numerator of the second one. B by D. As usual here. For example, this same example. Then 3x plus 2y divided by 5x plus 9y is equal to 7x plus 8y divided by 9x plus 2y. How we can convert it? Suppose this is A. Okay, this is A, this is B. This is C and this is D. Okay, then according to this property, alternando property, A by C, there is no change in the first one. A by C means, then how it will change? 3x plus 2y, there is no change, divided by 7x plus 8y. Okay, 7x plus 8y is equal to B. That is 5x plus 9y divided by 9x plus 2y. Okay, here satisfied the property alternando. When you are solving the question, you should write the property, which property you are using there for solving. Which property? Suppose you are using this property, invertendo means after using the property here in the bracket because of alternando or because of invertendo, you should write there. Okay, otherwise they will not give the mark. Okay, so study the property clearly, carefully. Not only two properties, 5 or 6, I think 5 or 6 properties are there. Okay, you can study one by one. Now first one is invertendo. Invertendo means, what is the invertendo property? If suppose A by B is equal to C by D, means we can write it is in the form of B by A, in the reverse form. Okay, reciprocal form. C and D by C. That is connect and study invert. Then alternando, alternative. Alternative means A by B is equal to C by D, means A by C and B by D. Okay, here there is in the first numerator and second denominator there is no change, only changing second one numerator and first one denominator. Okay, that is alternando. Write in your notebook with some examples for understanding. Okay. First of all, we studied what is ratio, then what is proportion, what is continued proportion, what is mean proportion. Then after that, some properties of proportion. Only 2 properties we studied. Total 6 properties are there. Later, then now study invertendo and alternando. Write in your notebook all properties, all definitions. Write in your notebook. Study carefully with examples. And after that, I will give the balance properties also. Okay. Thank you.